What's up, y'all? Welcome back to My Twist of Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another special bonus video. This is Ready to Love, the Meet the Cast special that I decided to do on my own because I didn't know that there was going to be an actual Meet the Cast special because they didn't tell us there was going to be one. So what this is, I did my own research into the characters who are on the show this year. If you have never been here before, you can go back to yesterday's video where I talked about the ladies. This video is the men only. What I've done is compiled a bunch of information that I was able to find myself via social media, just the internet itself as a whole, you know, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Etsy, Shopify, anything I could find on these people, even their court cases, I've dived into. Now, the one thing that I have not been able to verify is child support cases, and I cannot verify whether or not somebody has been married. DC does not make that open to everyone in the public to see without paying some type of fees, and I am not a gossip blogger, so therefore I'm not going to be paying no fees just to get no tea on nobody. Okay. I also was provided a lot of tea from you as the viewers. Most of them from Instagram. I don't even think half these people from Instagram even watch my channel for real, but they were sending me information in my DMs about these different cast members. I do not just go off of saying, okay, fine, this is what happened, this is the truth, and I come here and tell you. I try to research it myself. So I'll let you know what the tea was and whether or not I could verify it. All right. I'm gonna say this, the same thing I said yesterday. One of the things that I'm finding disappointing about Ready to Love this season is the fact that they keep advertising how much drama is going to be shown in this particular season. Even from the trailer, which I don't even like to watch trailer, that's all it was altercations that I saw. We as the fans, we looking for love. We are ready to see love happen on the screen. Love is a beautiful thing, especially when it's black love. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we were looking for. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told the people yesterday, when I first looked at who these cast members were, I was thinking barracudas and bugaboos. That's what I was thinking. I started going through the ladies' profiles and found out that most of them are genuinely beautiful women. They're not as unattractive as the flyers made them seem. With the men, I beg to differ. This cast of men is still something left to be desired. Okay? On top of the fact, I saw a lot of people commenting on different social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all saying or asking the question, is this the best that y'all have in DC? Is this what y'all got from DC? Well, no, it's not. Okay, so Tommy is announcing that this is Chocolate City, right? That these are the people from Chocolate City. Well, Chocolate City is DC. Chocolate City is not the DMV, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia. Okay, Chocolate City is DC. However, these cast members are all hailing from different parts of the DMV. They should have said that this was the DMV season, not Chocolate City, because this is not just Chocolate City. And if I was from DC, I would feel some kind of way about that too. I ain't even from DC, and I feel some kind of way about that. That'd be like going on saying that we doing a special about St. Louis, and then y'all pulling in the east side. The east side is in Illinois. That's not St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, I will feel some kind of way about that. Let me adjust. I've been sitting in this chair for a few hours. My assets hurt. Hold on. I gotta shake it out, y'all. Woo, okay. All right. If you're unaware, I own my own beauty and skincare line. I have like lip glosses, lotions, foot soaks, bath soaks. www.survivebeauty.com. I don't have on an actual lip color today. I have on the Chap lip balm that I make. 8-hour hydration, y'all. I didn't even need to put that second layer on because I just put some on like a couple hours ago. You can put this on your lips, and we heading toward the wintertime. Your lips dry, cracked up, you feel like you're gonna smile and bleed. Yeah, get you some lip balm from the Survive Beauty line. Go check out my website, y'all. That's my only advertisement that I'm gonna have for y'all. Then we gonna break down these here men. Try not to make this video as long as I did yesterday. Let's start it off, y'all. Corey Belin, age 48. Corey Belin owns Belin Sports and Fitness, located in DC and New York City. If his face looks familiar to you guys, it's because he was on season 4 of American Ninja Warrior. He placed in the top 10. He didn't win. Okay. Anyway, I didn't notice any children on Corey's information that I researched. He is from DC. He's from Potomac. Okay, he went to Potomac High School. He currently lives in Oxon Hill, Maryland, and he has a relationship podcast on YouTube called First Date King. Okay, his very first podcast aired September 16th. A month ago, okay, or 2-3 weeks ago. His co-host is a sister named Takesha Presson, or at least Takesha Press On, and they mainly focus on things that you go through in your relationship when you're on the first date. I took a listen to one of the podcasts. It was interesting, first of all, to see that a lot of these cast members on all the shows, on all the seasons, they get on this show and all of a sudden they have podcasts, and they're also relationship experts. And he's one of many of the current cast members who has a podcast on relationships. So his first podcast is dating somebody who was waiting on marriage for sex. And I was like, oh, who is this going to be on the show this season? Because we always got one who want to wait and hold out, right? So I'm like, things that make you go home. Well, he says that he prefers to wait. But he don't prefer to wait to marriage. He prefers to wait until he has some type of emotional intimacy with a woman in order for him to have sex. He wants a non-sexual level intimacy. Okay, he trying to be KB Smooth. He trying to be Chris, because I'm on this new journey of sexual awareness. Everybody on a motherfucking journey. You's a lie, son. You's a lie. You ain't on no damn journey. You just trying to appeal to the women. You think that if you could play mind games with us, that we would find you appealing. If you think that if you could say you could hold off on sex, then we would like, ooh, find you more sexual. Nah, bruh. Nah. He thinks that if he can hold off on sex, not we, but if he can hold off on sex for approximately 3 months, then when he gets to have sex with a woman, when he gets on that intimate emotional level, he can make her orgasm 3 to 4 times. Guaranteed, y'all. Guaranteed. Corey thinks he knows how to make a woman tick. And if he holds back, she will be more sexually intrigued by him. What was that movie that Morris Chestnut and Jamie Foxx did together? I can't remember the name of it. He wrote a book on mastering the mind of a woman in a relationship. I think it was Gabrielle Union was in it too. Yeah, y'all let me know who the name of that movie. Drop it in the comment section. That's him. That's Corey. That's who he presents himself to be to me. I think he has convinced himself more than he's convinced others at this point. Even his co-host was like, brother, you know that women be lying about orgasms. He's like, no, they don't be lying. I could tell when the body starts shaking. Like that, you know, that was, you could tell, Corey. You could tell. You could tell. Bro, half the time a woman's orgasm is caused by her own mental. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay, but anyway, he thinks he believes he knows when a woman is faking doing sex. The tremble is undeniable to him, right? Oh, Corey. So, what I'm seeing from him, just based off of a few of the podcasts that I thumbed through, you know, all his different profiles all mixed together, I think that he is the new Troy. Troy was the one last season that wanted to kiss and hug all over different women. I think Corey is that person. However, he's trying to present himself as the new KB. Somebody who could restrain from sex. Not, you know, we could have intimacy on another level. When his co-host asked him, what is that to you? He couldn't even answer. He didn't know, because he couldn't remember what the hell KB said. Because half the time stuff he was saying on there, he was quoting KB line for line. Okay, anywho. Now, like I said, a lot of people have given me information about certain cast members. Corey was one of them. So I researched his case history based off of the information that people gave me, and I did find a lot of court cases for Corey Bellin. There were some that just said Corey Bellin, and there were some that said Corey A. Bellin. I don't know if Corey Bellin and Corey A. Bellin is the same person, and I don't know if they are this cast member. I was unable to verify that based off of the information that I was given. St. Louis, when I research people in St. Louis, the court docket shows an address. Most of the court dockets here in DC don't show an address for me to do a city association, say, this all happened in the same city that he currently lives in, so maybe this all happened in the same city that he works in. Maybe I didn't have that, so I couldn't verify this. But so the unverified information that I have, he got hella legal troubles, super badass credit. His credit just down the tank. He had some prior evictions where he got kicked out of his house for failure to pay rent, and he had a restraining order against him. But again, I cannot verify if that is indeed the Corey Bellin that is on this show. However, there was more than one person who sent me this information in regards to Corey Bellin, so it might be something there. I'm gonna post, if I have their IG information, I'm gonna post their IG tag underneath their handle, underneath their name on the screen as well. Let me pause for a second. One person I couldn't find crap on, and that was Phil. Let me get him, I'm gonna get him out the way right now. Phil is a 37-year-old marketing consultant. This dude is like a ghost in the wind. I couldn't find a last name. I couldn't find an Instagram page, a Facebook page, a Twitter page. Not a single flyer connected him to anything other than the Essence article and the original flyer on Ready to Love. There is nothing that I saw about Phil, which makes me think he's one of the people that got kicked off early. I did find somebody that's named Philip George, and I'm thinking it might be him, but only because 2 of the cast members are linked to this person. I didn't research all 20 people or all 19 other people to see who linked to them, but yeah. So I couldn't find anything on Phil. So if y'all know anything about Phil, y'all know his name, y'all let me know. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram at mytwistedlife, LYF, and shoot me in the DM and let me know who Phil is so I can give you a little information. Now, as I was saying in the beginning, there is an actual casting special that came on Saturday. It was the second half of Huntsville, Love in Huntsville, that was it's called. I don't watch that show, so I didn't catch that casting special, but I am going to watch it, and then I'm going to do a recap on the casting special on Wednesday. And then that way I can compare my notes for what I found from these cast members to what they actually said out of their mouths during their interview. Okay? So stick with me, right? Next up, Cornelius Bryant, age 39. Essence Magazine has him as an electrical engineer in Lexington Park, Maryland, but he's also an actor and a model. He goes by the name of LA Legacy in his entertainment industry. He is part of the Alpha Psi Omega fraternity. He went to Tennessee State University, and if y'all know him, let me know. You know what I'm saying? He was born in Arkansas, but he grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. He's a Cancer. I've got some of these people's zodiac signs. He currently lives in DC, so he's part of the Chocolate City. From what I could tell about Cornelius, and just looking at different comments that he's left under people's pictures, under people's posts, things people have said to him, he will defend his fuckboy friend until the end, just on the strength that he calls them friend or he calls them brother. He will always be the one to try to convince you of the brighter side of the fuckery. You know, this man could have cheated on you 3 ways a Sunday, and he'd come back like, but he always came home to you, girl. You know, don't do him like that. I think Cornelius is that person. He is an actor, so he knows how to be a chameleon. So I don't think that his transparency is really going to come through initially. I don't think he's going to be easy to read by the other ladies, but I think I'm going to be able to call his shit. I just feel like I am. I would say that he's probably one of the better looking people of the entire cast. My daughter thinks he has a nice shaped head. That actually was one of the things that turned me off of mine. Anyway, he got little ears. And from my personal experience, men that have little ears are a bit self-indulgent. And I know I'm stereotyping. I know I'm judgmental. But this is what I do, okay? This is the whole purpose of me being a reviewer and a content creator / critic of these TV shows, right? I think he gonna be a little bit self-indulgent with them little bitty ass ears. But it's funny that I said that though, because it's kind of an opposing nature to what he actually does in real life. He is a mentor at Big Brother Association. He's a mentor at the DC Dream Center. I would say that he has a strong faith-based upbringing. Yeah. Oh, social media. He has 2 social media accounts. One of them he has made private. It wasn't private the other day, but it's private now. And then there's another one that he has under his other handle with about 12,000 followers already. This one he has linked to Ready to Love. And what I've basically been saying about a lot of these people, most of the times when they have a large following already, most times they're not really into trying to clout chase. They really are trying to find somebody, but they could use this to help build their career. However, I think that Cornelius is clout chasing. It's just a vibe. Okay, next up, Tyrone Wilson, age 44. He's a cybersecurity professional. This dude is the real damn deal when it comes to cybersecurity. Companies are out here seeking him for his expertise. He's been on different TV shows like Forbes and things like that deal with cybersecurity just for his point of view. You know what I'm saying? He's the real deal when it comes to that. He has one daughter that I believe has a disability. He's the founder and the CEO of his own company, Cover 6 Solutions. He's an Aquarius. He's originally from Kentucky. I forgot to get the city. And he used to be in the Army. He traveled a lot for work. And I find that a lot of people who were ex-military travel a lot. But his current job being in cybersecurity takes him places. He is definitely a family man from what I can see. He goes on date night with his mom, y'all. He goes on date night with I don't even think his mom live in the same city as him. He goes on date nights with her. I have one friend that actually knows him. So I'm gathering that he's not in this for clout either, that he may actually be looking for a genuine relationship because family is so important to him. I don't think that he would want to embarrass himself on TV because he wants to shine in his daughter's eyes. I think that would look horrible on his company's growth for him to get on TV and just to act an ass just for the sake of being on TV. So he is probably like the only person that I've ever known that actually went to the University of Phoenix. You know, the college that offers school online. They do have an actual campus. But he's probably the only person I've ever met in life that actually went there. Got a degree in IT. You know, he could speak a little Korean. He could speak a little Espanol. Okay? That's what we got with Tyrone. Next up on the list is Lamont Wilkins. Lamont Wilkins is also in the cybersecurity, age 44. And I actually know him. We're not friends or anything like that, but I actually know him from the spoken word community. Y'all know my nickname Poetry ain't just my nickname because, you know, my mama thought I looked like poetry, even though I do. I'm poetry in flesh, right? Anywho, but yeah, I performed spoken word poetry for a lot of years. That's where I know Lamont from. He dabbled in a few acting gigs. He's done got a little bit directing under his belt. I've always thought that he lived in Chantilly, Virginia, though. From what I know, he has no kids. He has a YouTube with about 2,000 followers. He hasn't actually been on the YouTube in about 8 months. Probably won't be. He has about 2,000 followers on Twitter. I'm quite sure that's going to grow. And he got about 10,000 followers on IG. And that's all based off of his poetry and his film, his involvement in the film industry. He was born in Baltimore. He was born in Baltimore. He is the only child. Both his parents are from South Kakalaki. I remember that. But there wasn't too much that I could really find on him. For me, Lamont is not the most handsome person, but he may have that personality that people who not as shallow as me can really draw to. Because the brother's about his hustle. He is about his hustle. He seems to be pretty laid back, you know. I really don't think that he needs this for the exposure for real. Although, like I said, it will help catapult his career a little bit further than he does. I got him linked in my mind with Moomin. I do. Just on the strength of where they are trying to go with their careers in the entertainment industry, both of them being creatives, I just see them as a match. I just do. Okay. Up next, another I don't know, I get a vibe from him that I want to call him a fuck boy. That's pretty much what I'm about to say. I don't have anything that says he's a fuck boy. Just this the what I'm feeling. Okay, a lot of people sent me information on Frank Mills. He is age 35. He is a cocktail brand owner. At least that's what Essence says. He also goes by the name of Drink Mills, like taking the drink Mills, right? He just started his Twitter account. He has 0 followers. But don't worry, they coming for Frank. He has 2 kids that I found out, maybe 3. No, you know what? I don't think those his kids. Just when I really think about his social media presence and things that he's putting out there, I don't think those are his kids. It might be his nieces or nephews or something like that. I'm not clear on that. Don't quote me on that. He's a brand ambassador for Black Leaf Vodka. Like I said, he started his own cocktail line, and he's the co-host of a talk podcast called Talk Normal to Me that he started with this white chick back in February, named Karen Plummer. They have like a 291 followers on their podcast. The podcast is about sexual relationships. It's been, you know, they've been hitting and miss on when they actually post the episodes, but he's about to he rejoined Karen back in August. And yes, Karen, like I said, is a white girl, but she's Karen with the C, not with the K. I just had to bring it out. So they relaunched their podcast in its entirety, I guess, to have more episodes posted, because they did the first one in February. They did the second one in June, second episode in June. So yeah, they just not really finna come back. Okay, so he considers himself a public figure already. He has about 6,000 followers on IG, and based on what I'm seeing, everybody loves Frank. Everybody loves Frank. He just vibes with the entire cast. For the most part, from what I've seen, he always got his mouth open to me. He's always every picture. I ain't never seen a dude stick their tongue out so damn much, but his mouth always open. Every picture, it all looks so fucking staged to me, right? It comes off really fucking phony. It's like it's a gesture he's doing or a habit he's gotten into to try to make people say, look at me, Frank is in the building. He already thinks that when he walks into the room that he could outshine anybody with his style of dress. Now he buys, I guess, he say he's not materialistic, but he buys like name brand shit, and he throw all the brands on at the same damn time. None of the shit will match, but just because he got that particular brand, he think he fly. Okay. He went to Virginia State. Likes motorcycles. He's a Pisces. He's from his parents are from Ghana. What else? I'm gonna say about him, about Frank. All the information that people sent me about Frank. A lot of people sent me information about Frank. I found some evictions. I found some restraining orders. And none of those are him, y'all. This is why I research what people give me. This is why I don't just sit up there and say, okay, I'm just gonna put out there what everybody else saying. None of those things that you guys have sent me is him. That belongs to a Frank L. Mills. and that ain't this Frank. Y'all have already verified his middle name and all that stuff. Yeah, that's not the same person. That's not the same person. So thank y'all for the information. And it was so weird to me. I've never had people shoot me information like that. Maybe because, you know, in previous seasons I've always said I don't spill people's tea like that. If people share things with me, I keep who they are confidential, and I use the information as needed. If you send me information and if it's applying to the actual episode that we're recapping and reviewing, then I may talk about it and weave it in. Half time y'all won't even know that I'm weaving in that information, but that's just where it at. So Frank the Drake Mills, that's him. Next up, y'all, we got Neem Bilal. Neem Bilal is a 40-year-old program manager, according to Essence, program director, according to him. I don't know if there's any big difference. He has a YouTube channel as well, but he has not posted on that YouTube channel in about 8 years. He got about 500 IG followers currently. I think he started his IG, I don't know, just to document his travels. That's it. He has no social media presence on Facebook. Like, he posted up a picture in 2018. Ain't been back on Facebook since. He has no Twitter profile that I could find. No LinkedIn page that I could find. And usually somebody like a program director would have like a LinkedIn page or something like that. He likes to travel. He is a traveler. And I'm gonna say, for all these men, when I say that they are a traveler, they like to travel outside of these here United States. And the U.S. Caribbean, or the Caribbean period. A lot of us know, as black people, we travel, but we hit up Jamaica all the doggone time. We hit up Puerto Rico. We hit up the U.S. Virgin Islands. We may even, we hit up places like that. But people who actually like, let me list some places that he's been to. Did I get those places? He's been to South Africa. He's been to Abu Dhabi. He's been to Botero, Colombia. He's been to a few places that are not the norm for black men to travel to. And when he goes on these traveler when he goes, I can't get that word out. It was an E word. When he goes out and travels, he does the same thing that I do. He goes to these countries and he looks for the cultural connection to me as a black person. I don't want to call him a hotep though. I got somebody on this list that I think is a hotep. I don't want to call him a hotep though, because I'm getting that he's just more culturally aware and proud of who he is as a black man. He celebrates black women, and he shows that in everything that he does. He's the type of person that feels like me. He's kind of similar to me in this way, that black people, we are all one no matter what country you're from. If you're black from Senegal, if you're black from Colombia, if you're black from Japan, if you black from any country, we all connected through Africa. We are all family. We're all people. That's how I feel. So like it annoys me sometimes when I see people always trying to separate. They ain't black, they British. They black to me. You know what I'm saying? Or they ain't black, and it just annoys me to hear that. It annoys me to even hear people say that people who are biracially mixed with black and whatever other race ain't black either. They just mixed. They have other races too that they are culturally connected to, but they are still black. So that's just me. Anywho, let's get back to Neem. If you unclear about why I'm saying I don't think he's a hotep, my own personal opinion, I think the hoteps hate other races, and they hate other black people who don't fit into the mold of what they think blackness is either. And so that's why I'm saying I don't think he's that. I don't think he's the hotep. I think he's just more in love with his culture as a whole. He still can communicate, even call somebody that's non-black a buddy or a friend or associate. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was getting from him. I could be wrong. let's see. But yeah, just because of how much blackness he has, people may think him as being hotepish. But I won't know until I hear him speak. He's a December baby. I have not figured out if he is a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. I want to say it's based off of what I'm seeing. He's a Scorpio. He mentors and tutors young boys. He went to Hampton University. The girl Zadia is all over his socials, baby. All over his socials. So I'm thinking there may be a connection on the show between them two. He currently lives in Virginia. I want to say he was military too. Because a lot of men who travel to different worldwide countries usually tend up to be military as well, or former military. Yeah, that's all I got on him. Walter Mayfield Jones, 46-year-old entrepreneur. I know him too. We not friends like I call you up and say, but I know him as well. He hosts a lot of poetry events. He is an Emmy-nominated producer, host, actor, and professional boxer. I think he's a boxing coach too. Maybe not professional. I don't know the level this. He boxes. Okay, he likes to dabble around with singing just a little bit. Like I said, I know all my friends that are on the East Coast that are poets that I know him. He's originally from Sacramento, so I'm thinking that my Sacramento friends, poets, may know him as well. He went to Morgan State University. He's another damn Pisces, my goodness. Cause it's the Pisces men, it's not the Pisces women. I love you, Evita. I'm saying, he's of Panamanian descent. He also likes to travel. He's a bit adventurous. Like, baby, he likes to hike. This brother like to ski. Like to put some wood slats on the bottom of his feet and slide down some ice. He like to ski. I want to try one day, but I'm scary. If I'm not mistaken, Walter is a widow. If I'm not mistaken, he's a widow. Around the time I would have met him, it might have been like right after his wife passed. So, and I think his mother passed a few years after that. Carrington, Walter, and Cornelius, they all previously knew each other before this show started. Next up is Dante Smith. He's a 38-year-old deputy superintendent. He is my hotep, and I'm only calling him a hotep just because of his handle, which is Conscious God Body 7. That's usually a sign of a hotep. They always associate themselves with, yeah. Anywho, what exactly is his job? Bookman on Good Times was a superintendent. Was he a bookman? You could be a bookman. I mean, you could be a bookman. You could be a superintendent of a school. You could be a superintendent of a job, a construction site. What exactly is his particular job as a deputy superintendent? I was gonna go with the teacher. And then I started looking through his profiles a little bit more, and I was like, nah, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the janitorial side, like Bookman, only because of what I found. Okay, so let me keep moving. He says he works for the government of DC. That's what he got on his profile. Got about 265 IG followers, 2 daughters, 1 son. He's a bit of an adventurer as well. I will match him with Carrie just based off of that, because hiking seems to be a pastime for him. And he's an alpha. He likes to cook. That remind me of Carrie again. Remember, Carrie's my foodie, and she likes to be adventurous. He didn't start his IG until May of this year, and it's probably due to the show. I don't think that he's really attached to any of the women, though, for real. Somebody may have liked him, but I don't think he's really attached to them. And that's all just based off of one comment that I saw on one of his social media profiles. Somebody said to him in regards to him being on this show, all of them are vacation. #practice. And his response was, facts, bro. So he looking at these women on this show as practice, as vacation, as something to do, pass the time. Hotep ass dude. Sabrina Soul probably got caught up in him. She commenting on all his posts or liking his pictures, something like that. I swear it was kind of hard to find info on him at first. I think if I got the right person, he worked for Rapid Response in Chicago and went to Ball State University, if this is the right person. Which takes me back to him being a building super, because it was a janitorial job. He is from East Chicago, Indiana. That's not far from Gary, Indiana, if you didn't know that was. I sure didn't. I had never heard of that place before in my life. But it's 15 minutes from Gary, Indiana. And Gary, Indiana is the place that the Jackson 5 grew up in. Okay. He has 3 brothers, I think a sister. His mom passed a few years ago. And from what I can see, because somebody told me to research him too, he had a restraining order on him as well in 2012 for harassment. Now, it was later dismissed by the court a month later, because the person who filed the case against him failed to show up to court. That's the only reason why it was dismissed. And it was not a woman. So it wasn't like, you automatically put in mind that some woman put a restraining order against him and someone, he was stalking some woman. No, it was not. The plaintiff was not a woman. And now, that's not me saying that he's no homosexual or bisexual either. I'm just saying that whoever... Yeah, and based off of my research, this is the correct Dante Smith. He does live in DC. I got like addresses and shit, and yeah, based off my research, it's the correct person, but I could be wrong. Okay, I don't need nobody suing my black ass for being wrong and shit. All right, the next one. Oh, I ain't got that much time left. Is he my last person? Oh, it's our fuckboy extraordinaire. And I'm going to say he's the fuckboy extraordinaire just based off of how many women have said stuff about this dude here. Carrington Barber. 33-year-old. Essence says that he's a nightlife marketing CEO. He's a club promoter, y'all. They trying to be all fancy smancy. He's a club promoter. He has about 12,000 followers. He got his eye on Aisha. She all over his socials as well. He's using this show for a come up. Just regardless of how many followers he has, he's using this show for a come up. He's according to one sister who sent me some information, he been couch surfing for a few years. He was dating her friend. Her friend put him out, and he been couch surfing ever since she put him out. He don't pay his child support. And then I had somebody else send me some information about his child support, saying that somebody else paid his child support for $30,000 to get him out the hole. Why would somebody do that? That's not kin to him, or that's not going to benefit from him financially? I don't know. So that don't make no sense to me. $30,000 is a lot of fucking money. Okay, I'm unable to verify child support cases. Let me say that again. So I don't know if that part's true. But I had 4 different women send me information on that situation. He supposedly stole a Rolex from a girl. He was passing out STDs like Tic Tacs. I had 17 women tell me about the STDs, y'all. And he supposedly was sharing naked pictures of the girl who kicked him out without her permission. The only thing I was able to actually verify was the eviction. That's the only thing I was able to verify. The eviction did indeed happen. And it's around the time that the girl said that he got evicted, that she moved in with him, and he was with her for 3 years, and he been couch surfing ever since she kicked him out. I found out he has 2 daughters, but he claims to be a girl dad. Like he got a real good bond with them, and possibly a good bond with the mother. One girl was supposed to send me information about the child support case, has not done so. That's fine. I think she feared that I was going to show her information, but I'm not going to do that. But honestly, there's not too much that I could verify from all the stuff that people had sent me. My only judgment about him at this point is that he phony as a $23 bill. He's phony. Most club promoters are. That's part of the gig, for real. They have to appear bigger than life just to get people to want to rock with them and come to their events. And eventually they do get big followings. But the words that I have seen sent to me to describe him: worthless, degenerate, fuckboy, horrible. You know what I'm saying? The list went on and on and on. It's something about him for this many women to actually send me information about him that they wanted me to research, and they had about him. And going back to Cornelius, when I said that he was one of the ones who will ride for a fuckboy, this is one of the people that he was riding for. If you go on different social media pages and people that are actually talking about Carrington in a negative way, you see Cornelius under there throwing some shine, like, oh, my boy did that, yeah, whatever. Anywho, that's all I got for y'all. This is Ready to Love, my version of the Meet the Cast. There will be a real Meet the Cast recap posted on Wednesday, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. If y'all didn't watch Meet the Ladies yesterday, go back and watch that video. I should put the link up there or up there. It's going to be somewhere. Talk to y'all again soon. Peace.